Hi guys, it's Eskimo here again for another hardcore series, regardless to the Iron Man challenge. For those of you who don't know what the Iron Man challenge is, a friend of mine requested me to do this, and I need to reach level 100 Paragon in hardcore without the use of a caution house or any trading. So today I'm gonna talk a bit about my stats and my progress, so let's get into it. So I'm gonna show you my progress. I've already reached level 27, still back to a normal, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about my stats. So my stats, I'm focusing more on vitality, strength, armor, and all resists. So why all resists and why armor? Well, armor it stacks with resists. They are pretty much the same. If you have all resist equipment and if you have armor, they multiplicative themselves with each other. And why not stack only armor? Because the more armor you have and the more resist you have, the more chances you have to reduce damage. So basically it's good to stack only armor, it's good to stack only elemental resists, but it's better to stack both. So we're going to talk about a little bit about stats. For example, Diablo 3 is a game where everything stacks on percentages. So for example, a stat like bleed effects, they do not stack. Weapons, for example, that has a percentage chance of bleeding for some time for certain damage. Well, I think it's not very good because they don't stack. I think if you have an X percentage of bleed equals to the weapon damage will be better, but well, I don't really use bleed. The only bleed ability that I have is rend. The downside of using bleed abilities is that bleed does not kill enemies, it leaves enemies at 1 HP, so it does not kill them. Stats, for example, like chance on it, stats like that has chance on doing something, like a chance to shield, chance to stun. Well, it's pretty worthless stats. Some stats of those are pretty much cool if you can stack them, but I don't use those kind of stats. For example, chance to slow target, I think is the dumbest stuff. Like, I cannot do nothing with chance on slow because chance on slow items, they have a percentage. For example, 20% chance to slow a target, and I think that's useless since you can get like a weapon with cold damage, and cold damage has 100% chance to slow the target. Stats, for example, like gold find, I think a gold find stat Blizzard created only to identify bots in game. Gold find, it's pretty much worthless since people that have higher characters and they play an higher MP, the gold drop it's pretty much big already. Stats like life on kill, it's pretty much terrible because when you kill a target you already getting life from the health globes, and I think it's not pretty much worth. Or resists, the resistance stats, it's better to get equipment with all resist than with single resist, because the max all resist you can have in a gear it's 80, and the max single resist that you can get in a gear is 60, so it's pretty much worthless. So I can get more all resist than I can get single, so get all resist is way much better. Stats like for example crowd control reduction, I think it's pretty much useless on PvE, might be good on PvP. Extra health from globes, extra health globes healing bonuses, well, I have some, but I think it's pretty much worthless since you get a pretty big amount of HP from them already, so it's a bad stat. And another stat, it's thorns. Like thorns, I think is a joke, since people like in softcore, they have already like 1 million damage, they already do 1 million damage, and reflecting damage to the attackers, it's, I think, I don't know what the cap is, but I've seen people with 20 to 30k thorns, and I think it's not worth it. I think it's worth on hardcore, because in hardcore you have a little low damage, so I think it's worth it. But well, it's not a stat that I will use. Block chance and block amount, well, I get them from the shield, of course. My gear is a piece of crap. I have like these gems in here because I don't have like more health gems, like vitality gems like this, because I cannot buy them from a Koshan house, and I only have this one. And yeah, pretty much it. I will be focusing more on armors, I will be focusing more on all resists, I will be focusing on vitality, and with the passive skill Nerves of Steel, your armor is increased by 100% of your vitality, so the more vitality I have, the more armor I will have. So I will show you my armor and my gear. If you want to stop the video to check my gear, it's okay, and I think my gear is pretty much worthless, but it's enough to go through normal difficulty. Of course, I will be farming in normal difficulty some runs, so I can go and don't die in Nightmare, and that's pretty much it. Stack, for those of you who are doing the Iron Man challenge, stack all resists, stack life, and the only thing you get to do damage is your weapon. So the more damage you get from a weapon, the better. But the rest of your gear, try to get it like all resists, try to get like armor and life and HP, and the life per hit, it's very good. I think I will use a lot of life per hit with attack speed. So the more attack speed you have, the more hits you will do, the more HP you will get back. So basically that's the strategy. For my skill combo, I'm using Call of the Ancients. I will be using Earthquake. Why Earthquake? Because I have Ground Stomp with Wrecking Smash, and what it does is increase the area of effect of Ground Stomp and pull enemies towards you. So my strategy is pull the enemies towards me, rend them, threatening shout them, and of course Earthquake them for big damage. So they will take damage from the Earthquake, and they will take damage from the rend, and they pretty much dead by now. I'm using Call of the Ancients on bosses because he pretty much summons 3 ancestral heroes to fight alongside for you, and those heroes have pretty much the same DPS as you do, so it's like 4 of you doing damage. And that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching my videos. I really appreciate those who watch them. Please rate, like, comment and subscribe to the videos and the channel if you want to keep update to the hardcore series, and if you really like the effort I'm doing. Thanks for those who do. I know a lot of people asking me to stream. I will not stream very soon because I'm very poor and I don't have the internet speed to do it, but that would be a fantastic experience, and I see you guys in the next video.